Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call!
Bueller.
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
Late for shows.
You're mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimble to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates. Welcome to another episode, Middle Class Film Class, post-apocalyptic July edition. I'm your host for today, Tyler.
I'm Peter.
And we're going to be reviewing my pick, The Book of Eli.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. They said that the war
In a world.
tore a hole in the sky, sun came down and burned everything and everybody.
Doesn't it take like millions of
We were
birds to
lucky.
go into the
Most
sun?
people weren't lucky.
I don't think the sun...
People like you and me. We're the future.
What do you want with me?
I need that book. But if you make me choose, I'll kill you. I'll take the book. That was my cat.
You're sending guys out who can't even read to look for one book.
It's not a fucking book. It's a weapon.
Put a crew together. We're going after it.
Like he's protected somehow. Like there's nothing that can touch him.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm not from around here.
Oh, shit, you're not from around here.
I don't want any trouble.
The Book of Eli.
Yeah. Is it still going? No. The Book of Eli, a post-apocalyptic faith-based movie starring Denzel Washington.
Faith-based.
Yeah, I'll get into that.
Okay.
Mila Kunis and Gary Oldman, surprisingly.
And Tom Waits.
Oh yeah, Tom Waits makes an appearance too. I like what he when he's in a movie.
Yeah, it's fun when he pops up.
Yeah, Book of Eli. I never saw this movie. It came out in 2010, and I do recall it was on Netflix, and I always thought to myself, I'm gonna check it out. And then, push comes to shove, I never checked it out.
Okay.
And I was going to choose The Road for my episode, but P did not want to watch The Road.
I basically guilt tripped him.
And
I said, please, God, I don't want to watch that fucking depressing ass movie again.
And as a friendly gesture, I took back and I chose Book of Eli because I couldn't really think of any post-apocalyptic movies that I haven't seen. So I was like, yeah, well, Denzel Washington, he's a good actor. This would be a pretty good movie. No,
You don't like it?
I do not. So let's.
You didn't have fun at all?
We'll get into that.
Oh my God.
What's your initial thoughts on the Book of Eli, and is this your first time watching it?
No, I've seen it a couple times before. It's a lot of fun. I think this movie, it's...
Because you're a good Christian boy.
That's right, because I believe in the Lord above. Guides our brother in Christ, Denzel Washington, Uncle Denzel. I think this is a fun post-apocalyptic movie that it hits on all the tropes. There's a world-ending event. It doesn't 100% say exactly what it is. There's a war in the sky, they say, and the sun came down and scorched the earth or something.
Yeah, but it takes like 400 million Earths to go into the sun. How could the sun come to the Earth?
It's not fucking literal.
He's stupid. That's why.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. And so I interpret that as a nuclear event.
Yeah.
And they fought and they shot bombs at each other and everything got nuked.
And then they burned the Bible.
Well, that happened before all that stuff, and people were trying to basically purge the religion from the world. And I got conflicting thoughts about, the efficacy of that, if it would work or not. But he's basically just a lone wanderer, a la Mad Max, and he's heading out west.
Yeah.
like Kid Rock in that one song. I want to be a cowboy. And he's a badass. And should we spoil it? If anybody hasn't seen the movie,
yeah, why not?
I think that this is one. It's a.
If you watch it on a second rewatch, it kind of makes him more badass.
I was gonna say, I think that we have to talk about it because there's so much to me. So you say on a second watch, you would see him as a badass, even more of a badass.
Well, it would be more impressive.
I say on a second watch that half of this shit doesn't make sense. So it's revealed that he's carrying a book the entire time, and it's the Bible.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a kind of hold back there. They don't want to reveal exactly what it is. And Gary Oldman plays like the mayor of this little outpost or some shit that they come up against. And
with a bum leg.
Yeah, well, he's only got a bum leg because he got shot because he decided to try to take out Eli.
Yeah.
And he's basically sending out all his gangly ass, dirty ass marauders to try to find books from people, and he's trying to find a copy of the Bible because supposedly none more exist. And you find out that Eli, Denzel Washington's character, has a copy of the New King James Version of the Bible, and he holds it. It's got a lock on it. It's got the cross on the front. Really cool looking Bible.
Yeah, it does look cool.
And he reads every night, and he's on a mission. He's just marching his way out west. Doesn't say where from, but he says he's heading out west. And
he heard a voice in his head.
Yeah, exactly. And he, I have a joke that's kind of like that. I'll tell it a little bit later. And he says, Gary Oldman's like, I need that book. You heard it in the trailer. He's like, I'd rather have the book, but if I had to choose, I'll kill you. I'll take the book.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. And then Mila Kunis is Gary Oldman's love interest's daughter.
Yeah.
And his love interest. A lot of the people in this world are blind, which I assume is also from the nuclear blast.
Yeah.
And
because she said that she was born, though not
the
white.
Kunis's mom. So Laura's mom.
The love slave.
Yeah, she's born blind, where everybody else was blinded by the blast or whatever. Or a lot of people. Not everybody's blind, but everybody wears these thick glasses because the sun is, I guess there's no ozone or something. They fucked up the ozone too, so the sun is even brighter or some shit. It's left a lot of it to, our imagination, which I like also in the post-apocalyptic movies. They don't spell it all out sometimes.
You don't really need
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's in the future. We're fucking dead. And there's a few people left, and they have
we've gone through an extinction event.
Miserable existence. So anyway, it's revealed. So Kunis goes with him on the road, and they go Mad Max style. They go to chase after them and try to get the book and get Kunis back, Solara back, to basically slave her off to his right-hand man, played by Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
And eventually he gives it up, and he makes it out to San Francisco. And by the time, it's a great editing trick where they do like Oldman's character is trying to get the book open. He finally gets it picked open, and as soon as he sees the pages, he has an emotional outburst. And he's like, "It can't be! It can't be!" And then it cuts to Denzel. He's found an outpost in San Francisco in Alcatraz, and they're basically got a printing press there, and they're reprinting books of mankind. And he says, "I have a King James version with me."
He's like,
"Oh, why is that?
We don't have a Bible here.
How do you get the Bible?
May I see it?"
And then he
pulls down his pants.
He proceeds to recite it from memory because he's been reading it every night.
Oh, that's so dumb.
And he's blind. That's the thing. That's
he's a blind guy.
He's a blind man
who has a photograph. He has a memory of like a computer.
Yeah, and so the Bible's Braille Bible.
Yeah,
it's a Braille Bible.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then, so Oldman can't read it, so he asks his blind wife or whatever to read it, and she says, "Fuck you."
Well, yeah, because now she has the power.
Now she's got the upper hand. She's like, "Suck my dick."
Yeah, she's got the stones.
Yeah. So, but when you go back and you watch it again a second time or a third or fourth, I think it's the third or fourth time I've seen this, and there's like scenes where he walks into an empty house, and he walks in and looks left and right, and you're like, "Okay, come on, what the? No one's here."
He's smelling in different directions.
There's some other things that do make sense, like when he sees the hanging body in the first house in the opening of the movie.
Yeah,
he doesn't immediately look at the body or come back. He can smell it; it's a dead body. But he reaches up and touches it, and then he kind of like feels for the boots or whatever. Yeah. So there's sometimes it does make sense, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
which is like it's a popcorn movie, I don't really care too much about that. That's like, I don't know. But the other part of me thinks maybe he's not blind. Maybe he just knows how to read Braille. You know?
That would be even cooler twist.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he doesn't have to be blind to be reading Braille.
I mean, he would be a kind of a dunce for. I mean, I guess the justification would be since there's no Bibles anywhere anymore, and he only had the Braille Bible, so he taught himself how to read Braille because he found like a Braille book in a library that's burnt down.
But if you think about it, I know this is still my initial reactions, but
okay.
If you think about it, what better time to learn how to read Braille when half the world is blind? So Braille books or Braille publications are going to be at a premium because those people need, in theory, need access to stories or books or whatever. So if they had Braille books, and he's like, might as well just learn how to read Braille.
Yeah, I mean,
is there anything wrong with that?
No.
I've never heard anybody mention that before, but he doesn't have to be fucking blind. Does it explicitly say he's blind when he's like laying on the couch and reciting?
They don't actually say he's specifically blind. It's just he had a Braille Bible. So, I mean, that theory holds some water.
Yeah. So I don't know if it what the reality is or not, but that's like the big twist. Oh, he's blind the whole time, and you're like, how could he?
I mean, I guess you're supposed to assume he is.
Yeah, I think that is that.
I like your idea though. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. But ultimately, I think the movie, the setting is interesting. It's early. It's only kind of like in how a lot of Marvel movies look now, where it's clearly a giant green screen. And they have like a little tiny set, like when he's on the road and he runs into that scraggly ass woman with a shopping cart.
Oh yeah.
And then all the marauders jump out from nowhere. And there's that little fight sequence there before he goes in retreats into the shadows. You can tell the camera kind of booms back and you're like, oh, that's clearly a little set. And they got the green screen and they just put all this gray, depressing reality into it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was times where it didn't look great, but most of it I think was pretty believable. I liked the setting. I liked the characters. Kunis is not a great actress in general, but I think she was fine in this, I guess. I don't know. But Oldman's having a good time.
Yeah, he is.
Ray Stevenson's having a good time. I like him. He's the dickhead British guy in RRR who talks about the value of a bullet versus an Indian's life. And God, he's a piece of shit in that, and he's pretty piece of shit in this. But I like the fight choreography. I like the creative ways of killing all the marauders. That's a lot of fun. The one guy's about to rape Solara, and he gets shot through the dick with an arrow.
I actually laughed at that part.
You're like, yeah.
You're like, hell yeah.
Shit that dick off. Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy sucks. And I think there's enough world building to, like, they briefly mention people eating people.
Yeah.
And like, oh, they're the Outlanders. They got the shakes. You show me your hand, so I know you're not a... So I'm assuming that's like...
They're like, I don't eat people. I'm just an alcoholic.
Yeah, exactly. If you eat people, I guess you get the shakes or something?
Yeah, because he says in a throwaway line, did you see how when they go to that old farmhouse, did you see how she was shaking? That means they have too much they ate too much human meat.
Yeah.
Because it's like probably like the pions from the brains and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know eating human is not good for your body.
I don't know about that.
They say that if you're going to eat a person, you have to take it from their tuchus. That's
really?
That's the only place you can.
That's the last place I would take it from.
Well, it's just the cheeks.
I don't know. It's just all fat. I don't want flesh.
You just skin it, slice
I
it
want
up.
flesh. I want thigh meat. I want the right on top.
It's not
off
good.
The bone.
It's too muscly. You have to get like.
So what? Cows are just fat. Cows are muscle.
Yeah, you can eat cow muscle.
Yeah, exactly. You can eat human muscle too. I want the Ouroboros steak. That's what I want. Anyways, I think this is a perfectly fun popcorn movie. It's goofy. It doesn't take itself, well, it kind of does take itself too seriously a little bit. But like, if you can remove yourself from that and go, I know that the Hughes brothers are taking this super fucking seriously or whatever, and yeah, maybe they're trying to put like a Jesus message behind it, but take all that out of it. It's just Denzel being Uncle Denzel, kicking some ass.
Uncle Denzel.
Yeah, he's kicking ass. He's fucking blind. He shoots a crow out of the sky even though he's blind. Bullshit.
Yeah.
He's not blind. He just knows how to read Braille. That's my take.
Yes, I love it.
All right, what's your take?
So this was a first time watch for me, and right off the bat, the like filter or coloring of this movie.
Yeah, they color graded it. Super depressing.
It was annoying. It was so distracting.
It's like the road.
The road is better when it comes to the color grading because that actually looks like a dead world. This looks like 300. Like,
yeah, I can see that. Like sepia.
because they're doing like they're even doing the slow mo shots like in 300 too, and so that like right off the bat I was like, oh Jesus. And then, but I pressed on for the show, and
I didn't abandon it within 5 minutes because I have integrity.
Yeah, and so Denzel Washington, he acts really well in this movie for the writing being mediocre, and faith based. It was good. I mean, as far as his acting performance, and then Mila Kunis, her character. Felt really shoehorned in. Didn't seem like she needed to be there because her character ultimately wants to escape the town with him.
Yeah.
But the whole movie is like she doesn't really. One, in the beginning, she's not really in it that much, except for when she's trying to take Eli to bed, and so she's not. I never really cared for that character because she was barely in it. And then Gary Oldman, he really was having fun. I agree with that. He was having fun, and that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
I did like the mention of cannibals because I feel like that's a lot of. I think there's. It's like a taboo thing to. Like mentioned in post-apocalyptic movies, because once you hear that you're like, ooh, predator humans are eating other humans. Like I don't know why, like it was like when I watched when I was watching The Walking Dead season 1 where they go to that like subway station or whatever and all the humans are being nice to them, but then really they're gonna kill them and eat them. And so yeah, I mean so the color grading of this movie was annoying, really hard to get past. And then also the plot armor for Denzel Washington was just ridiculous. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Tyler, what about Jason Bourne?
I mean, any main character of a movie's got plot armor, to be real.
Jason Bourne, but they explain why he has plot armor, though, because he was a secret super soldier. He was the best of the best. And so
also, his name is in the title.
Well, looking past the name,
okay,
they explain why he's such a badass. In this movie, there's no explanation why Eli can. I don't know why I almost said Eli White. I don't know where that name is. Anyways, there's no explanation why Eli is like. I mean, actually, this is where the faith base comes in because he can't be harmed because he's on a mission from God. So that's why, and so God made him this unkillable badass. Even when he gets shot in the belly, he starts walking towards San Francisco. I don't even know where they're at. I was trying to think in my head. I was like, okay, well, time had passed too long after he got shot, so they must have been close enough to get to San Francisco because he was losing a lot of blood.
I'm leaking.
And so I mean, I guess. Your description of it being a popcorn movie, I can see that because they overlook a lot of like logical things, and it was. I actually, the one thing I will say though is that I did not like the cat hate in this movie.
The cat hate.
I don't understand. Cats are like the coolest pets to have, and like you have the.
I don't think
that's why I didn't like this movie right off the bat. Was because they killed a cat.
Kill a cat in the first 5 seconds.
I was like, I already hate this guy. I already hate him. And then when he's like shooing off the cat at the bar, I would have been that marauder. Go like, hey, he's been here for 2 years. He has more of a right to be here than.
Fucking touched the cat though.
No, that's disrespectful.
He barely touched the cat.
It's disrespectful. If someone did that to my cat, I would be like, get out.
Where's your cat right now?
My parents' house.
It's your parents' house. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You've abandoned him. You abandoned your child.
I did not abandon him.
He barely even recognizes you when you walk in the door.
No, that's not true.
He's like, who's this fucking guy?
No, he runs down from my old bedroom and then he
goes,
hang out.
You smell familiar. All right,
yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah,
now.
He hangs out with me. Yeah. He always wants to be picked up by me. And
you know what he'd really like if he lived with you?
Yeah, I know. One day we'll be reunited.
You would go to fisticuffs for someone for nudging your cat on a bar, but you abandoned him.
I did not abandon him. I did not abandon him. But anyways, so yeah, initial thoughts. Didn't really like it. But I did like Denzel Washington's performance. He always is really professional.
That motherfucker don't miss.
Yeah.
As Snoop Dogg would say.
Yeah.
He don't miss.
So it was, had I seen this movie before, I would have picked something else though entirely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's a good depiction though, because it's like we have the post-apocalyptic movies that are like a ton of them are zombie based, and then there's like the government overreach based.
Yeah.
Like government took over, and there really necessarily wasn't like a physical event, but like the government took over, kind of like 1984 or Equilibrium or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like Soylent Green.
Wouldn't that be more considered like dystopian future?
Yeah,
Not
guess
because
so.
post-apocalyptic implies an apocalyptic event has happened. So actually, I guess it could be considered post-apocalyptic if an apocalyptic event happens, but society was more or less still modern.
It just it changed. It instead of completely collapsing to rubble,
it became a vacuum power,
exactly.
power vacuum.
But yeah, it is easily accessible. I think anybody can sit down and watch this and go, "Oh, this is fun." Oh, Denzel's doing it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it's the production value is good enough. It's a Hughes Brothers movie. You know, they've made a bunch of stuff that are kind of like pretty easily accessible.
The writer Gary Wafta,
Witta.
Yeah, he did a lot of post-apocalyptic writing.
He wrote After Earth with Will Smith's son. He wrote Rogue One. He's one of the writers on Rogue One.
Nice.
Let's see what else he has. 14 writing credits. Let's see.
It's all like Walking Dead stuff.
Walking Dead, the final season. Walking Dead season 2. Back to the Future Part 2, the video game. The fuck?
That's where his career started.
And he's got a couple upcoming ones. Fate. It's in pre-production. And then Mouse Guard. I don't know what the hell that is. A brotherhood of mice are sworn to help their fellow mice.
Awesome. I'll be checking that out.
A live-action feature adaptation of David Peterson's graphic novel published by Arcada. Interesting. But yeah, the Hughes brothers, I think it's Albert Hughes and I can't remember the other brother's name. Let's see.
Like
here.
Herbert or something.
Albert and Alan Hughes.
Oh.
And they did Menace to Society. That's kind of, I think, the big one. From Hell, American Pimp, Dead Presidents. Yeah, Menace to Society and Dead Presidents were two really big ones.
Yeah.
But I liked Menace to Society a lot. It was really good. Very brutal. So, but yeah, easily accessible. It's kind of like, I figured this is about middle ground for post-apocalypse stuff.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's not
too.
as depressing or like gut wrenching or whatever like The Road. I get this mixed up with The Road sometimes because because they both are color graded with like no saturation.
Yeah.
And it's just they're just shambling around in the wilderness looking for something.
The Road is the most realistic one because there's no like there is like groups of bandits and cannibals and stuff, but there's really no hope. At least in this Book of Eli, like they have a town, they have fresh water, like you know they trade, like they have some sort of sustainability. But on the road, like there's nothing. Everything is completely destroyed.
You see another person, you just like kill them basically.
Yeah, if you see another person, like you hide or run. Everyone's scared and hissing at each other.
Well, the thing that I got confused with is in The Road, there's that cannibal scene where they go to the farmhouse.
That's spooky.
It's fucking gruesome.
Yeah.
In the basement, all the people in the basement. And I kind of thought when they get to the old couple that are listening to You Can Ring My Bell on the radio or on the record or whatever, I thought, don't they turn into cannibals? But no, they just turn into like rabid NRA enthusiasts.
Yeah. And speaking, that was probably my favorite encounter.
That's a fun sequence.
One, because you don't expect the trap door coming down or being triggered on them. So that kind of like, it didn't like jump scare me, but it kind of made me adjust my seat. And then I was thinking that I didn't think they were cannibals at first. I thought that they were just going to be just this old couple who knew how to survive, and that the guy was just like really proficient in booby trapping his whole property, so that every time someone tried to go and rob them, like they would die. Well, and then Denzel, like once he gets Mila Kunis' character alone, he's like, they're cannibals. We got to go. Once they see the grave sites in the back.
Oh, so I missed that. I must have just missed that one line because I could have sworn they were cannibals, and they were, but they just don't encounter the gruesomeness of them, right?
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
they say. So the guy
Oldman and company come in and lay waste before they can get to the.
kills the old lady with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, what the fuck? I like they have a rocket launcher and a Gatling gun.
Yeah, it's like the old school Gatling gun too, where you have to
the hand crank.
Yeah, the hand crank. I've always wanted to try that.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick.
That was probably my favorite part of the movie. I thought the fight scenes.
I like the fight in the bar, or the Orpheum that's turned into the bar.
That one was kind of eye rolling. It's like, one, you guys have guns,
but they don't.
No, well they do because they go out into the desert and.
But they didn't have their guns at that moment. The fight stops as soon as the guns come out when Ray Stevenson's character comes up from the second level.
Yeah,
and he hears the, and he stops fighting at that point because he knows he can't fight against that.
Yeah,
but he can though because he's got the power of God and anime on his side.
Yeah,
when he's walking out of town,
like an anime character.
When he's walking out of town and the people are shooting at him, he like takes aim and misses, or does it hit him in the back and deflect?
I thought it just hit the book, and that would be like a bullet in a Bible situation.
Yeah, maybe.
But I thought that's what what was happening, but I don't know. They didn't really.
No, they don't. He just says, do what you will or whatever, and just walks away. You're like, you're just gonna get away with that?
Yeah.
And there's also,
I love how Gary Oldman's pissed. He's like, just shoot him already. What are you doing?
Also, there's a moment when he gets undressed and he's washing himself. He's bathing himself with a KFC moist towelette. That he says, or he's got burn scars or something all over his back.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, when he takes his shirt off, his whole back is all covered in scars.
Oh,
and you're like, that's an interesting like bit of context with the character, but they don't explore it.
Maybe he was like the albino priest in the Da Vinci Code, where he just self punishes himself. And then after getting after so many hits, he gets a voice in his head saying, "Go west, take the Bible with you."
Supposedly there was going to be a prequel TV series.
Oh.
But no sequel. Yeah,
Did the movie do poorly? I don't.
The movie did fine. So it had a budget of $80 million and a worldwide box office $157 million.
Oh,
so they made their money back. Warner Brothers is happy. I mean, they say $80 million, and they say supposedly if you take the budget of the movie and then you double it, that's what the break-even point is. I don't know if I believe that, but that's with advertising and everything. So
yeah,
if that's true, then they just barely made their money back.
Yeah,
or barely didn't, and then home video and streaming rights and all that kind of stuff.
I can't imagine Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman come cheap.
No.
Like
and it's a good looking movie.
Yeah. I mean, the costumes are good. I really like the costumes. Definitely looked worn, post-apocalyptic.
I just like that he's a badass. Like when he gives the cool ass line where he's like, "Touch me again with that hand, you're losing it." And then
touches him
then
again.
He comes.
Yeah.
I also liked the blade that he had. He was very quick with it. He cuts the guy's hand off.
It's sharp as hell if it can go through human bone with that ease.
Yeah. But also when he's in the Orpheum bar fight, the way he pulls his knife out, which I'd like to hear listener Joel comment on this.
He's a knife guy.
As a knife smith, he gave us information about how knives mount to your body in different ways. He reaches like almost under his back.
Yeah.
And like pulls it out and he swings it down underneath in a really cool motion when they're just like, "Oh fuck, this guy's got a big ass sword."
I bet he's gonna be like, yeah, he would cut his artery if he did that.
No, I think Joel chimed in when we talked about Mute. I think it's when we were talking about that because remember Paul Rudd's character had a big ass knife and he kept it in a weird spot, and I said that doesn't seem right at all, and Joel's like, "No, that's actually a really safe place to put it."
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was.
I don't remember where it was.
But I think he said like transverse, like left to right. If you pull it out, you can pull it like this and have action, have it be ready to go, and you're less likely to slice yourself because you're not pulling it towards you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was really cool with that machete.
Yeah, the way that he pulled it out was I thought was pretty badass.
And it looked cool too. Like I was looking at it because there's a couple of shots with it where you can see
speed
it fully.
holes and serrated edge on it and stuff.
I was like, I would like to have that weapon.
One thing that really bothers me, and it's this movie and also in Snatch. I'm sure that's probably in other movies. Somebody's holding a large blade in a car, and then a car crash happens, and somehow they're fully impaled with the blade. Right?
Okay.
It just doesn't seem like the blade sitting on the dash of the van or truck or whatever it was, and then it rolls. I mean, it's possible it's flying around, but it's more going to like slice at you or blunt force hit you, not the pointy end going immediately into your chest all the way into the scabbard.
Yeah, I don't
It
think...
seems strange. Like that happens in Snatch too, and they got the Dennis Farina's character has the hitman that comes with him, and he's like, "I'll do it with the blade." It's more personal, and he pulls out this fucking big ass sword, and then they crash the car, and he ends up with the blade into his gut, and you're like, how did that get in there? At what angle? How was it possible? Was he holding it to his chest when they got hit, and then it squished into him? It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
It's convenient for the story, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it is. So. I mean, I think really just for me, I think that the writing wasn't that great. I think what this movie hinges on is the performances. I think if it was anyone else besides Denzel Washington, I think it would not even be that great. I did like that Alcatraz was like the ground zero for restarting society. But it's interesting. I thought Eli would not like that because earlier in the movie he complains about how before the event people were throwing away stuff that we're trying to find now.
Yeah.
He seemed like he disparaged the world before. And so now he goes to this place where they're trying to go back to that world, and he's like full arms wide open, and he's completely okay with it. I always thought that once he got there, and when the old guy was telling him his goal, he would have been like, "Oh, I don't want any part of this," and then would just hightail it out of there. But no, he embraces it. I was just like, that's kind of a weird like choice for the character to do 180 on his sort of like attitude towards the pre-event world. So.
Well, God told him to.
And then on top of that, he memorized the Bible verse to verse. How do you think he's gonna feel like when he's like reciting like the lines like
the lineage
where that slavery is okay in God's eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can imagine the guy who's like writing it down is like, "Are you sure that's correct?"
He goes, "Yep.
Yep, it's
absolutely."
He's like,
it also says women must fillet their husbands at least once a day.
At least once a day.
It actually says it 10 times in the Bible.
It's so it's like,
so think about this, Tyler. Think about this.
Okay.
So if you or I were to go get a Bible from the drawer of the Motel 6, placed by the Gideons, lovingly placed by the Gideons, we'd read it in American, right?
Yeah.
In English. What language was it originally written in? Hebrew? Probably Hebrew.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I would imagine.
Do you think it was translated directly from Hebrew to English? No.
No,
I mean, from like
King James version is
it probably went from like Hebrew to Arabic or Hebrew to Greek or then Arabic to Greek and then possibly Latin and then to English.
Yeah.
How many different steps of the translation of the Bible have taken place before us assholes sitting here are able to go out to the Goodwill store and steal a Bible like God intended and read it in English?
Hundreds.
Many translations.
Hundreds of
Every time
translations.
there's another translation, just like Denzel reciting it to Malcolm McDowell in Alcatraz.
And it's actually Malcolm McDowell too.
Yeah, every
He
time
plays himself.
Every time, yeah, he made it somehow. Every time that there's another translation, there's an opportunity for nuance changes, or large changes. Yeah. And every time that there's a change from one language to another, you have words that don't exist in a second language. Mm-hmm. Like in Inuit, there's 15 words for snow, right?
Yeah.
In Latin or Hebrew, there's 3 different words for love, but we just say love.
Yeah.
There's like Yahweh love and agape love and whatever. So it's like you just either simplify it or maybe more specifically choose the word. If your language has 10 versions of that one word, you choose the one that you think it means. But then 1,000 years later, people are like going to war over this shit because they're like, this verse says this.
Yeah.
Like, but does it? Do you read Hebrew?
Yeah. I mean, that's
called hermeneutics, by the way, the study of different translations between different languages.
Yeah.
Well, my dad majored it in Bible college.
Yeah. That's really impressive. I think that, King James version is, I think it's well known that it's not accurate whatsoever to the original text of the Bible. And so I've
never heard that before.
Oh, yeah. None
of them are accurate because
so I think that when he said, I have a King James Bible, it's like, well, you have the shittiest version of the Bible. Like,
what's the best version?
The original, the OG?
Just the Bible.
It's on the stone tablets somewhere. Somewhere in Jerusalem.
That's the 10 Commandments, my guy.
Well, what else
That's
were
not
they?
the whole Bible.
Okay, maybe it's on some like disintegrated cloth or something. I don't know.
All I know is that my thoughts on this about if the Bible, the Bible translations and all that shit. I try to think about it in terms of like, I don't want to tell people that God doesn't exist. Like no one knows if he really exists or not. If you believe, great, that's awesome. I just
for his own sake, he better not exist.
Because Tyler's gonna
coming for
pop him in the mouth when he gets up there.
Take a swing. How dare you?
How dare you create me? No, but I think that the Bible as a whole, even if you believe in even an all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful God, I think that the Bible itself is just a guide of principles that a bunch of nomads that lived in the desert 2,500 years ago or whatever, 2,000 years ago, basically wrote because they're like, look at all these idiots. There are a couple smart guys that were like, look at all these idiots. They're like fucking their children and like animals and stuff and just constantly stealing from each other and murdering.
Yeah. We
should probably like tone that shit down so we can have a real civilization and get ahead in life, you know? How do we do that? What if we tell them there's like this all-powerful creature or being that says if you do this, then you're going to spend eternity in hell?
Well, yeah, but then if that is the case, then the opposite happened. So instead of just killing people and raping kids, now they're doing it in the name of God rather than their own horrible...
it backfired. It went to just larger scale.
They're like, no, they don't want. He doesn't want you to do that. He's like, well, I believe he does.
Yeah, people know how to read now and like not like for the most part, rape their children, but there is large scale wars in the name of God and things like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me to get past like the pro-Christian message in the movie because, in my opinion, I feel like Eli is a lunatic who knows how to fight like incredibly, and he's also a hypocrite because he's participating in the rebuilding of the society he disparaged earlier in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know. He's a loony who somehow has the memory of a goddamn Apple computer.
Yeah, God gave it to him. You think Noah
they gave him an update?
Yeah, you think Noah knew how to build an ark before that? You think he even knew what an ark was?
It would be funny, like if you could go back in time to see what the ark looks like, and it's just like a bunch of wood taped together. It's not how it's depicted in like those like illustrations where it's like this huge boat with a bunch of animals. It's just like, you know what I think what happened in Noah's Ark is that I think that he was a gross man with a harem of women in a farm. He haphazardly built this boat because he knew a flood was coming. Because he's a farmer, he could see the weather patterns change.
Okay.
And so he built this boat, got all of these poor women onto the boat with all of his cattle and his pigs and chickens. And then there was a flood, and it was just basically just like probably like a platform, basically. And he's having dirty incest sex, and then the flood recedes, and they're like, okay, back to normal.
Yeah, but did every other human died?
Yes, because
Do you believe that part?
Yeah, I believe that part. I believe that flood.
You should go to the Creationist Museum in I think it's Detroit or something like that. There's a few of them. I was watching a video about it on
God,
YouTube.
but then they'll just talk my ear off about how I'm wrong.
It was like, no, they probably believe it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that was pessimistic.
they're like, but at the same time, we agree with all that except for Noah's riding a velociraptor, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't know dinosaurs existed. So.
according to them, at the same time.
I mean,
I've actually listened to a fair number of people who believe in young Earth creationism, which is basically the world's like 4,500 years old or something like that, and that the Great Flood explains almost all of our natural topography of the geography and whatnot, and the reason why there's seashells at the top of Mount St. Helens or whatever is because of the flood, and that there are still water-dwelling dinosaurs like Leopleurodons and Plesiosauruses.
Oh, they still exist.
They still exist. That's what the Loch Ness Monster is. They say. They also think.
They have that. Oh, okay.
They also think.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
They also because they could survive in the flood.
Yeah.
All the other dinosaurs got wiped out.
Yeah.
And they also believe the pterodactyls are still alive, and there's sightings in the Amazon from tribe members that they call them the Great Thunderbirds.
God damn it! It's so crazy that it actually makes sense.
They
though.
were flying. They could just live up there.
It's not like they had to find a place to sleep.
I know they just flied for a month.
They flied forever.
But real quick, I need to read Joseph's review of this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Joseph Navarro.
He didn't even make any stars with it.
No, he made no stars.
Oh no.
All right, Book of Eli, review from Joseph. The lore of this whole story and the reason for how the world came to be the way it is in relation to the main character is all very thought-provoking and makes for good world building. The fight scenes and action sequences were pretty entertaining, especially when you find out something about the main character much later, even if it's pretty outlandish. I don't know if it's just me or just because the reveals were spoiled to me, but is it not obvious that the book is the Bible even before they say it? The blind part I understand because not knowing because the blind part I understand not knowing because they do a good job of hiding it, but also planting some clues. But also, was it necessary for him to be blind? Possibly the whole blind faith theme of the film. The end is bleak and ambiguous, and I liked most of what this film was giving me, except for the crunchy, desaturated color of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Definitely felt like a 2010 film, and also Malcolm McDowell's terrible hair. Overall, entertaining and might do better on a second viewing. Solid B.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was expecting him not to like it.
Yeah, I think that the look overall is kind of annoying, but it makes sense for a scorched earth sort of Matrix in the real world post-apocalypse.
I can see it. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you gotta like it.
Yeah. I can see the reasoning behind it.
Yeah. I thought the fight scenes and the sequences, those are my favorite part. You know?
Yeah. I thought that.
Encounters on the side of the road, the Orpheum fight, all that kind of stuff.
What I liked about the fight scenes too was because ever since I've watched bad fighting choreography videos, like where people point out like, that's bad, this is why it's bad. Like, for example, the Dark Knight Rises ending fight scene.
Oh, that's rough.
When you're watching it, like at first, like, I mean, I didn't even pay attention to the fighting choreography, but I watched a YouTube video on like why it's bad, and like they would point out certain things. I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's horrendous.
It's like if you take the sound effects out of a fight scene too, it's really obvious that they're not landing the punches and things.
Yeah.
If like there's sometimes you'll see creative editing purposes, like they'll have a fight that's going on, you hear all the punching sound effects and stuff, and then it's like the music of the fight of the real world, the sound effects that kind of fade away, and one of the characters in like a fugue state. You know how they do that,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
so like, guys like traumatized by what's happening.
Yeah.
But the fight's still going on in the background, and you're like, that looks so cheesy without
Yeah.
the sound.
Yeah. So I didn't really see anything egregious with the fighting in this movie, and it wasn't doing like a whole shaky cam thing either.
No, it did pretty good.
And plus he's just slicing people too. It's not like, I mean, I think there was like one fist fight, but it was like close, like encounter rather than him just like punching out everyone. He was just slicing them up with that machete like it was nothing.
So do you want to grade this thing?
Yeah.
I got nothing else to say about it, and Joseph's already gave his grade.
Yeah. I will give this movie a C.
C.
Yeah, just a C. I didn't hate it, but overall, I thought it was, like you said, just like really middle of the road. I had at one point wanted to seek this out and watch it, but then I kind of lost interest, or I forgot about it until today, or today. So yeah, C.
Okay, C for Tyler. Joseph gave it a B for Book of Eli, and I'm also going to give it a B.
Oh.
I think I came into it thinking it was like a B plus movie, and it lost a little bit of a fastball after watching it a few times. I think it's probably just the 2010 sort of look of it all.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of green screen.
Yeah.
And Mila Kunis, I remember being more a better actress. I think it was just because I thought she was just so hot when I was younger.
She is a babe in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
where's she finding the makeup in this wasteland?
The first thing I thought of when I thought about this movie, I'm like, somehow Mila Kunis is just fully made up the entire time.
Gary Oldman wanted to keep her pretty.
But I like the world building of it all, and I do like a biblical allegory in film. I think I like Aronofsky's Noah. Taking a biblical story and turning it into like a crazy sci-fi action movie is really I like that. It's really cool. And in this one, in the Bible, Eli is blind. There is a sort of, you're on a mission, you have this thing to do, go do it. So it all makes sense based off of the Bible.
Yeah. I mean, God wanted Abraham to kill his only son out of faith.
Was Abraham the one that killed his son?
Yeah.
Or was going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyways, I like that sort of stuff. It doesn't like bring me too much ire because I just think of it like it's another story. It's like adapting a grim fairy tale.
Okay.
You know, like taking a story out of the Bible and making a movie.
You're here to hear first. The Bible is a grim fairy tale.
Hey, it's probably pretty close to it.
Your father's losing his mind right now.
Oh, he knows. So, anyways, that's all I have.
All right.
What's next?
Next, we are going to watch a Patreon film.
Yes.
So
Patreon's next week, and we don't have the answer yet.
So please tell us what you want us to watch post-apocalyptic wise, and we will talk about it.
Yeah, Joseph will be back next week. He had 2 shoots, one this week, one last week. So he'll be back next week, and we have a few votes already on the Patreon. There's some interesting picks.
Did we talk about it last week?
Briefly. I don't know if it was last week or the week before that, but let's see here. Patreon. Where's the Patreon? There it is. All right, let's see. Calling all Patreon classmates. Okay, so we have... That's not available. So Joel picked Cherry 2000.
Oh yeah.
Binge Lord Dan, picked Doomsday from 2018, and Chris Geiger, The Postman.
Okay.
I didn't know The Postman was post-apocalyptic. I've never seen it. So those are only 3 votes right now. If you're part of the Patreon of any level, go on to the Patreon and post about it. I'll repost it one more time, and I'll put it on the Facebook page and the Twitter and all that kind of stuff as well. So we want to get more feedback, more people voting on it from the Patreon.
Yeah.
And we will watch something new next week.
Yes.
It sounds like it's going to be something that none of us have seen. Have you seen The Postman?
Never heard of it.
It's got Costner in it, I think, or Mel Gibson. The Postman. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Costner.
Okay, it looks like a post-apocalyptic
Sci-fi
movie.
adventure, it says. 3 hours long? Holy
Damn you,
shit.
Geiger.
God damn you, Chris. Tom Petty's in it.
Okay.
Why is Tom Petty in this? Also, why does Tom Petty look like that? He needs to shave that beard.
Well, he's dead, so.
Oh, okay. A nameless drifter dons a postman's uniform and a bag of mail as he begins a quest to inspire hope to the survivors living in a post-apocalyptic America. Oh, there it is.
Somehow I feel like this is a punishment in some sort of way.
It's an inspirational movie.
Good.
It's got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that
Chris likes to punish us.
Yeah.
So that's not the movie we're watching. It's still on a vote. We got a 3-way tie right now, and it can be anything else after that too. So we'll post that on the Patreon and the Facebook and all the socials, and we'll find out what we watch next week.
Yep.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can just watch on the YouTube and share with a friend or family member. That is its own way to support as well. Until next time. Thank you for joining us for this episode as we review Book of Eli, Uncle Denzel's classic. Follow us next week as we watch an unknown post-apocalyptic movie. It'll be close us out for the month of July, and then we're going to spin the wheel to see what we cover for August.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. Total reset. Everybody's on the table for that one. So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcasts, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Middle Class Film Class.
And thank you for last episode for Brian Luzil for joining us from Momitu. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Where's your cat right now?
From my parents' house.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.